And still, Levi is not happy with the fucking cleaning that Eren did. Come on, Eren, we've learned already you were shit at cleaning. Go on, you don't try to meet Levi's expectations. But this chapter of Titan was another build up. It seems like where the next arc is going to lead to in Titan, it's sort of, I feel like it's sort of ground out like where we're going to go next. Now, like, since we see that their priority in their mission is to seal the wall of Maria, and they plan to use Eren's power in some way to like breach it while the others, I guess, either try to fix up or they're actually going to use the crystallizing power that Annie used when she transformed into Titan. It's still a little bit hard to say at the moment whether or not they're going to use it to fix up the wall by, like, since they said the wall is pretty much made of Titan, so if they do that, then they could pretty much fix the wall in a day. But still, like, they really want, Hanji wants to test it out at Thirsty, you know, can we really do this? Like, because we want to do this as soon as possible. But the thing is that she really wants to do it, but she still needs Eren to conceal himself a little while longer because Pastor Nick died recently, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, this guy who was supposed to have all the answers for us about, you know, Historia, about the Titans, the Wolves, Homicide, and freaking, like, these dick-ass guards are, like, telling, like, Hanji and, like, her, this other guy, oh, why you just go away, throw away your lies away, some fucking law, like, you know, what, we got shit to do at the walls while you guys just sit out there just doing nothing, getting killed, like, thanks, dickhead. And then, I don't know if this is in the manga or if this was just in the, like, the translation I got, that for some reason there was a censored bit with Hanji. I don't know, was she, like, flipping the fucking bird like that? Like, was she, like, doing all this to fucking, like, the guy? And it was happening to him as well, so I don't know what the fuck was up with that. I guess it just might have been, like, an error or just YOLO, just do whatever the fuck you want, with the pages. It didn't affect anything, but it was just, like, it was just weird, like, when I saw that. And then it seems like Hanji's sort of catching on to these guys, and she starts questioning them since they wouldn't let her do anything with the body, like touch it or do anything. And she's just saying, you know, why would First Division soldiers be somewhere in the middle of nowhere, remote like this? And she was like trying to act, oh, Pastor Nick was my friend. It's like all this sort of stuff, saying like had no idea about the whole wall stuff, and she soon fucking catched on that these guys killed Pastor Nick, that they were torturing her. And it never gave in though, because you see that this guy could take pain. Like as they say, like, oh, all his fingernails were like ripped off during the interrogations. You see that their knuckles are all like fucked up from like interrogating. And through this, Levi like understands like, yeah, we got a target on our backs, both inside and outside the wall. Not only have you got Reiner and Batol, the hairy Titan, and all those other freaking Titans outside, but it seems now as well the same people that were trying to get Eren or trying to kill him, like when he was getting interrogated by everyone and Levi took him in, it seems like they're after him as well. So now they've got a little bit of a problem now where they've like got to go against, like, they've got humanity, even themselves, trying to go against Eren and the rest of them. It's like, do these guys ever catch a fucking break at all? Like, do they even catch one fucking break for these guys? And it's like, and Levi is like saying it won't be long until they're notified that the rest of us are here. So we need to know like who's on our side and who that. Although Pixies and Owen have been informed about this and they are being investigated, it won't be for too long that these guys will be after him. So now they have to come up with like what plan do they have? Do they either try and fix the wall while they got targets on their backs, or do they try and take out the guys with the targets on their backs and then try and fix up the wall? Since they can't do both at once, and then they said YOLO, we'll do both. So it seems like we're gonna be fighting off some freaking corpse. I would love to see that little versus between like other Legion members. Like I want to see that. Like that looks sick to see. Like it's true, yeah. The whole series is about ties, but it's well, I want to see like how it's gonna be like human versus human, like with the maneuver gear. I want to see like just how powerful the Scouting Legion is compared to the military, because I think they would fucking own them, completely destroy them. But I'm very looking forward to seeing that. Like, it seems like they had some connections with the House of Ice as well, which is where Historia, which the last bit of the chapter is just mainly focused on her bit when like Eren and Connie were just talking about the whole situation that they're doing while peeling potatoes. I don't know, maybe they were just doing them for Sasha so she shut the fuck up or something. Since like this entire chapter, we never saw really John or Sasha since they were just out there at guard. And you see that Historia has changed a lot since like they've returned. She seems very depressive, very just, you know, chilled, not as like happy-go-lucky as she used to be. Like, no, not talking to her at all. And it's because we found out her backstory that she used to live on a farm during the time when this Wall of Sina was up, and her mother really never even cared for her, like showed no affection to her, and she was just always there at daytime reading books while she was like lifting fucking hay bales and shit with her grandparents. And then at night she would just disappear. Like I guess that was like her way of making income. And then even like she always saw her reading books, and then she tried to read them. I noticed that all of them were trying to show affection to her child and stuff. And then out of like nowhere, like one day she just decided to hug her own mother and gets a bitch slap out of it. I was like, what? And the even more messed up thing was this actually made her happy because this is the only time her mother actually looked at her and paid attention to her. And I was like, damn, that's fucked up. And then the first words her mother said, if only I had the courage to kill this little shit. Her first words to a child was that. Like, and then she even started noticing later on throughout life that existence was not a good thing. It's like people used to like throw rocks at her, like kids and that. Like her grandparents never really told her anything and tried to pay attention to her. Only the animals in the farm really seemed to like care who she is. So it shows that Historia's life is more important than like it was originally thought of. So, and then it goes 5 years later when we meet her father, known as Lord Rice, and tells her to come with her, and her mother just starts screaming, saying, "I'm not related to this child," like that, saying she is not mine. And then you just hear like, "What the fuck?" And then just the old guy Rice is saying, "Well, what do we do now?" He's like, he said, "Oh well, can't be held. They're both unrelated to me." So it's like, what? Just shit was going down at like the end of that chapter, and then they just get a knife to her fucking mother's neck, and her words were like, you know, she was going, "Mama, mama," like that, and she's just saying, "If only I didn't give birth to you." Slice the neck, courage to kill this little shit, and then her last words to her thing is like, I wish I didn't give birth to you." The only reason to keep her alive is that they can have this guy said, "Okay, we're just gonna give you the name Krista Lenz now for like now on." This chapter was just extremely like very fucked up with Historia's past, and it's like just to see like how her and you know Ymir, like, because she still seems to really trust Ymir, and the things like I don't think she'll be back to normal until like Ymir comes back or something. If we even see Ymir come back into the series, but overall that was a really sad chapter. I really enjoyed it. Definitely how that it was just mainly just dialogue heavy and some stuff. So I give this chapter like a 7. It was still enjoyable with like the bits that we had, because the bit with the Historia got to me. But still, there were some bits I was just like, it's like I still wanted to like be improved for like next week's chapter. Well, next month's, wow. But that's all from me. I want to thank you very much for watching. Remember, shut up and sound out, and I'll see you guys next time.